So
you're 150.
I'm
You're what? 40.
47 or 48.
I thought she was younger than Aaron.
Huh?
I thought she was younger.
Yeah, she's younger than Aaron. She's way younger than me.
Must be the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But you know Aaron's sick.
she is.
Yeah.
What happened?
He's I don't actually know, but for the last like year, he's been on the mainland.
Because he's a teacher at Mount High.
Yeah, he was. He's like, you see the picture, he's not doing well. But, yeah, I don't know exactly what the deal was, but his kids were in Celtic, so he was involved for the last couple of years, so I've seen him every once in a while.
He's, you know about Sheena? So he goes by classmate.
She what?
She's only 43.
Yeah,
She's a queen.
when did that happen?
I think they go home Thursday.
Thursday. Oh, you just
Yeah. Good morning, Gina. What's is our MC? Really? Could you wear that? This thing that we need to wear?
I don't know.
Good start. Good first. Oh, nothing happened. Here we go.
Very good. Thank you, Wesley.
Just add 100 points to this award.
To figure out a way for you to start keeping log. You know, so today's date, if you do something like MC, we'll give extra credit for that.
Don't Good morning. I'm Leslie, and I will be your MC this morning. Welcome to Makawao Hongwanji's Dharma Family Service. Please stand if you are able, and let's begin the service by singing the Vardhana Tisarana together in both Pali and English. Please be seated. Today's sutra is a Sino-Japanese reading of Junirei, the 12 homages to Amida Buddha, found on the screen or page 59 of the Red Service Book. Chanting will be followed by meditation led by Reverend Carey.
Koga chorai
We will now sit in quiet meditation.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, you'll feel energy filling your body. As you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
We encourage everyone both here in person and at home joining us by live stream to offer incense as an expression of gratitude. Mahalo. Thank you. Now, let's all recite the golden chain of love together. Let's begin. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world.
I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now depends not only on my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Amen.
And now it's children's Dharma story time.
Yeah, don't shake the camera. Okay. Beha! Good morning. Aloha, kaka, yaka, ohayou gozaimasu. It's me, Barkley the dog. How y'all doing this fine Sunday morning? Hello? Anybody else? I hope you're well and feeling fine. Good morning. Aloha kako. Aloha for everyone. I'm so happy to see all of you here this morning. We have a wonderful story for you. Beha, you got that right. We got the kind story for y'all this morning. Yes, that's right, Berkeley. It's one of Sensei's favorite stories. Today's story is Big by Vashti Harrison. Big by Vashti Harrison. Once there was a girl with a big laugh and a big heart and very big dreams. She learned her ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. She always said please and thank you, and even put away all her toys. At dinner, she ate all her food,
"What a big girl you are," the adults would say. And it was good. She grew and learned and laughed and dreamed and grew and grew and grew, and it was good. Until it wasn't. Santa says, "You're a big girl, aren't you?" One day, something big happened. "Oh no!" And the other kids are saying, "I can't wait to be in the recital. I'm going to be a rose. I'm going to be a daisy. Help!" And the other kids say, "Oh my gosh." "Well, look, she's stuck." "Moo! More like moose." "Don't you think you're too big for that? You could have hurt someone. Those are for little kids. You should know better. You're in big trouble." It made her feel small. The words stung and were hard to shake off. She began to feel not herself, out of place, exposed, judged, yet invisible. Everyone had advice, but that hurt too. That's no good. Try this instead. This is perfect for you. Where are you going? The flower costume won't fit. You're just too big. What did I say? Aren't you too big to be crying? Have you tried being smaller? Why can't you just fit in? One day, she finally let it all out. And started to see things more clearly. She decided to make more space for herself. And was able to see a way out. These words are yours. They hurt me. Not everyone understood or even listened. It was just a joke. It's not that serious. You're too sensitive. Some people tried. I didn't mean to hurt you. But they still couldn't see that she was just a girl. I can help you change if you want. No, thank you. I like the way I am. And she was good. The end. And the book continues with an author's note that explains the background to the story. Did you know that the author actually got stuck in a swing when she was a kid? Has that ever happened to you? It happened to me once when I took my granddaughter, probably about Tyrus's age, and she said, "Oh, Grandpa, sit on the swing. Let's swing together." And I said, "Okay." I got in, and I said, "It's sticking to my butt." What's going on? Because Grandpa's too big. Anyway, so the author actually did get stuck in the swings. And that was the story Big by Vashti Harrison. Wasn't that a great story? Hey, Tyrus, what part did you like?
I don't know.
Oh, really? I don't know either. Well, that's okay. Didn't mean to put you on the spot there. Isn't it funny how words can mean different things at different times? When the girl was little, people praised her by saying, "You're such a big girl." Has anybody ever said that to you guys? That's right. But when the girl starts growing up, people would criticize her or make fun of her by saying, "You're a big girl now," even though she was still a kid at heart. You know, it's like being a rascal. Sometimes people like it when I'm a rascal because I say things you normally don't say, and I do things you normally don't do. I guess because it's funny. Then again, sometimes I irritate people by getting all excited and loud, and then they say, "Hey, stop being such a rascal." Which is kind of hard because I'm a rascal dog, you know? Hey, what part did you like, Lucy Ladybug, love of my life? Well, mahalo for asking, Barkley. I feel the same as you and the little girl and the girl. Sometimes being called a ladybug is nice because people appreciate good manners and politeness. But I remember growing up, sometimes the other kids would tease me because I am a ladybug. Goody two-shoes, teacher's pet. Have you guys ever heard those words? Goody two-shoes, teacher's pet. You have? Okay. Sorry, they were old words when I was a kid, so okay. Goody two-shoes. But now I know they were just being kids, teasing other kids. That's what kids do. But at the time, I was really hurt, and I hated being born a ladybug. Well, that must have been very hard for you, Lucy. What did you do? Well, like the girl in the story, I eventually realized who I really was, which is a ladybug. And so I'm proud to be a ladybug who's in love with the rascal dog. Well, that's right, Lucy. You can only be who you really are. So the trick is, first, figure out who you truly are. And then, just be you. Hey, say something profound. Remember, kids, be honest, be yourself, and be good. But not too much! Okay, let's try that again. Be good.
But not too much.
Okay, bigger voice. Be good.
But not too much.
Okay, we'll get that. You guys, next time you want to play with the puppets for me? You can help me give the story. Fade to black. Very good, thank you, kids. So now's the boring part, so you can pretend to be paying attention or fall asleep as you wish. So today...
Oh, wait. We have to leave.
Oh, sorry, did Dharma school today?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I got confused. What day is today?
All right.
It is the third Saturday, sorry. Oh, that's right, we have like 5. That's what might come off by 1 week. Okay, off to Dharma schools. I was wondering why there were so many kids here. Okay, very good. Can I go with them? You guys just entertain yourselves. Okay, so I'm going to continue talking about Higan, which you know refers to the other shore. But from a very realistic or very human perspective, it's more fun on this shore. So the words of the Buddha, few among men are they who cross to the further shore. The others merely run up and down the bank on this side. The words of Gautama Buddha in the Dhammapada, verse 85. So in this quote from the Buddha, the further short is a reference to awakening to reality as it is, or enlightenment, becoming a Buddha, an awakened one. So in the Honganji tradition, we call it the other shore. It's translated as the other shore, Higan, which refers to going forth to birth in the Pure Land, becoming Buddha, and returning in oneness to guide all beings to birth. But think about this quote for a moment. Few among men are they who cross to the further shore. The others merely run up and down the bank on this side. The words of the Buddha. So ask yourself, are you one of the few who cross to the other shore? Or do you merely run up and down the banks of this shore? To be honest, I have to confess, I'm the latter. It's more fun to be on this shore of samsara, the realm of human confusion and delusion. That is, of course, if you define having fun, or define fun as satisfying my selfish and self-centered greedy desires, or giving into my anger and lashing out at others, or deluding myself. I'll never get old, I'll never get sick, I'll never die, right? Despite knowing the truth. Then clearly, this shore is much more fun than the other shore. It's fun because anger, greed, folly, which is often translated as ignorance or delusion, it makes my ego feel good, and I experience pleasure, happiness, and delight. Or because when I indulge my self-centered desires, I can forget about my pain and my sorrows. Or when I get angry and lash out at others, I can feel sorry for myself. I'm the victim here. I'm the victim here. And I can blame others for the problems that I created for myself. Or I can indulge in any number of all too human things that we do that hurt ourselves and hurt others. I could drink too much. I could smoke tobacco too much. I could eat too much. I could buy too much. I could gossip too much. There's any number of very human things that we can do if you give in to your self-centered desires. It's fun. It's enjoyable. So what binds us to this shore of the realm of human confusion and delusion, samsara, is the self-centered greed, anger, and folly. Right? So these are the three poisons, as you know. And the rest of the 108 bonno, or blind passions, of human nature and human existence. Bonno, the blind passions, are things that cause stress, suffering, dissatisfaction, emotionally, physically, psychologically. So think about, oops, where's the other, jumping ahead too much. Oh, sorry, the slide's in the wrong place. Oops. I'm going to have to, you get to see the rest of the slides. Okay, this one. So the Buddha said, things that are bad and harmful to oneself are easy to do. But things that are good and beneficial are exceedingly difficult to do. The words of the Buddha in the Dhammapada, verse 163. So think about this, right? This insight into human existence, human nature, and human psychology. This explains addiction. It explains bad habits like smoking cigarettes, addictive habits like that. And it also explains why most people do not pursue seriously, right, spiritual understanding, religious truth, or becoming Buddha. So raise your hand if you're absolutely serious about becoming Buddha. It'd be a very brave person to raise their hand, because then they start asking questions. What's that like? You know? But think about that, right? So it's easy to do things that are bad for us, but it's really hard to do the things that are good for us. Do you find that true in your life? Do you find that true in your life? So, from a Honganji perspective, what does Shinran teach? Go backwards to the slides. Okay. And this is a quote from Shinran Shonin. There was a time for each of you when you knew nothing of Amida's vow and did not say the name of Amida Buddha. But now, guided by the compassionate means of Shakyamuni and Amida, you have begun to hear the vow. Formerly, you were drunk the wine of ignorance and had a liking only for the three poisons of greed, anger, and folly. But since you have begun to hear the Buddha's vow, you have gradually awakened from the drunkenness of ignorance, gradually rejected the three poisons, and come to prefer at all times the medicine of Amida Buddha. Oops, that's in the wrong place. This one here. Oops. Sorry, my slides are out of whack here. It is indeed sorrowful to give way to impulses with the excuse that one is by nature possessed of blind passions, excusing acts that should not be committed, words that should not be said, and thoughts that should not be harbored. And to say that one may follow one's desires in any way whatever is like offering more wine before the person has become sober, or urging him to take even more poison before the poison has abated. Here's some medicine, so drink all the poison you like. Words like these should never be said. The words of Shinran Shonin in the Lamp for the Latter Ages. This is letter number 20. So when you start walking the path of Nembutsu, one of the first pitfalls you're going to run into, if you actually take it seriously, and you study the blind passions and how they cause, they create the causes and conditions for stress and suffering, you become aware of it. You go, I'm filled with blind passions. And then we boast about that. We tell other people, I'm aware of my blind passions. You should be too. So in other words, our ego takes over. So exposed to the truth, our ego takes over. So in other words, Shinran's words are very poetic in Japanese particularly, but think of it this way. So here's the truth. Right? Namo Amida Butsu is the medicine. It will cure all of your karmic issues. You will be born into the Pure Land. And so instantly we start thinking, okay, here's the medicine. Because Namo Amida Butsu is the medicine, I'll indulge in all of my self-centered cravings. I'll get angry when I don't get my way, and I'll pretend I still have time to make things right. This is my ego making excuses all the time. But this is the first hole, the first pitfall you're going to fall into. Right? The truth is here. We are dominated by our ego. But I'm aware of it. You're not. I'm better than you. So instantly we fall back down to the basic level of ignorance. So it's true, right? You're only human, but that's no excuse for drinking more poison. So the fact that we're human, it doesn't give us excuse to actually engage in negative karmic activities, things that we know are not good for ourselves and for others, and yet we keep doing it. So if you know that indulging in self-centered desires and cravings and blind passions, it creates stress and suffering for you and people in your life, why would you continue creating stress for yourself and for other people in your life? And this is the great challenge of the Honkanji tradition. The path of Nembutsu, the awakening of the heart of compassion and opening the mind of absolute equality, it's as simple as seeing, hearing, and saying Namo Amida Butsu in each moment of every day of an unrepeatable life. So in other words, it's easy to say, but it's hard to do. So the spring equinox this year was Tuesday, this past week. So that was March 19th this year. So spring has officially begun. It's a time of new beginnings, new growth, and unlimited horizons. So the koalea birds, you can see one from here, they're going to fly back to Alaska pretty soon. The whales will keep moving on to wherever the whales go. And hopefully the weather will warm up a little bit. It's been surprisingly cold this winter. So it's spring, it's Higan. Right? It's the time when light and dark are absolutely equal. When your spiritual and secular lives are in balance. So it's spring. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Shall we just run up and down the banks of this shore, the shore of human confusion and delusion? Or shall we keep proceeding on the path to the other shore? So in the Honganji tradition, the equinox, Higan, when light and dark are exactly in balance, we take a moment to pause and reflect on the balance between our spiritual lives and our lives in the real world. And through kindness and gratitude beyond words, we're brought to realize that we've been given everything in our lives that we need to live life to the fullest, to go forth to birth into the Pure Land, and awaken to reality as it is, becoming Buddha, breaking free of this cycle, endless birth and death. When we come to this realization, we put our palms together in Gasho, we bow our heads in humble gratitude, and we say, Namo Amida, take refuge in Amida Buddha. And our voices become the calling voice of Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Well, hello for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with aloha. No. Actually, one quick follow-up question. Has anybody heard some of these quotes before? Like the quotes of the Buddha. It doesn't pop up very often. Or how about this passage that was written by Shinran? So this is one of the things, right? So the wisdom and compassion parts of it. Wisdom says, the Buddha is talking about these things. Things that are bad and harmful to do to oneself are easy to do. Things that are good and beneficial are exceedingly difficult to do. True or false? If you reflect on your own experience, I smoked cigarettes for 35 years. And I quit 35 times. It was only on the 35th that I'm just kind of waiting until number 36 comes back again. But obviously, I know about this. My father was a smoker, and it's thought to have caused the cancer that killed him. I know these things, and yet I kept doing it. So anyway, just to say that there's a lot of wisdom in Buddhism that we're not aware of, because we don't want to open the books. Shinran talks about the fact that because we are human, this is why Amida embraces us. There's no other option for us. And yet, our ego prevents us from going to the other shore. So anyway, if you're interested, the letters, the Motosho letters are actually a good place to start, if you're serious about it. But again, an intellectual understanding of Jodo Shinshu is not required. It's not required, unless you want to. In which case, talk to me, because I went to school. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. No,
Sensei, sorry.
Power off.
It powered off, and now I put in the password, but I don't know which icon to pick.
It looks like a phone with a triangle, the play button and a triangle, thing, right-facing triangle. It's a weird choice.
Okay. And then, yeah.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma talk. Let's all chant the Metta Sutta, the Loving Kindness Sutra.
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony.
my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony.
Please rise if you are able, and let's sing the Loka song, which will be found on the screen or on page 135 of the Red Service Book. Please remain standing, and we'll sing the Nembutsu, which will be found on the screen. Please be seated. Reverend Carey will now lead us in gratitude meditation.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and be comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight. Align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway so that you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. And as you breathe out, just say mahalo. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
Thank you very much for joining our Dharma family service today. May your day be filled with halal.
Okay. Sorry, I gave you the wrong slides. So next week we have, is it next week? Next week, right? Okay.
What?
My brain's dead. March 31st, Dharma family service, which becomes number 5 Sunday. That's really strange, throws my brain off. Anyway, so not next week, but next week, April 7th, will be the joint Hanamatsu service. So Central and East Maui get together. It's going to be at Wailuku Honganji. Don't come here because nobody will be here. Then on April 14th, we're going to have our Hanamatsu service here at the Makawao Honganji. So we'll set up the Hanamido, etc. If anybody has lots and lots of like flowers, like protea and that sort of stuff, we'll need them. And I believe the idea is to decorate the Hanamido April 13th on the Saturday before the service. So we need lots of flowers to make it look nice. Also on the day of the service, if you could bring a flower, it's always nice to put more flowers. And then let's see, April 20th, Saturday, is the annual BWA luncheon. The MEO bus will be leaving, picking everybody up and leaving here.
That has been changed.
It has? Sorry. Okay, you can see Sensei's brain is... Okay, so I'll move it over. So don't come here on the 20th because there's no bus. Come on the 27th. But if you're at BWA, you know this. At April 21, Dharma family service. And then April 28 traditionally is the BWA Ashimi and Kakushimi service. Columbarium's always open. And that's it. So thank you very much. I'm sorry, is there any other announcements? Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. And that's the 27th, right?
Okay, this is just a reminder of the triple celebration on September 7th and 8th. Okay, the triple celebration is commemorating the 850th anniversary of Shinran Shonin's birth, the 800th anniversary of the establishment of the Jodo Shinshu teachings, and the 135th anniversary of the Honpa Honganji Mission of Hawaii. The early registration fee is March 31st. So if you would like to take advantage of the early fee, if you are planning to go on September 7 and 8, March 31st is the deadline. You can register online, or we have registration forms in the temple office. Thank you.
And there's still registration until July, but it's higher.
Right. The registration early is $250 by March 31st. The late registration is $300 by July 31st. And Neighbor Island people, if you are planning to go, there will be a $200 reimbursement to you.
Any other announcements? Okay, let's begin. Okay, so see how this goes from home. Thank you, Wesley. So one of the things we could do is